I mean, wicked can just be more than just a word, a descriptor word. Like it can be an
An
actual
adjective.
noun.
Barding. Ah.
These
I don't know
things.
any of these things besides
How
Bree's
do you
hockey
how do you
journey.
We got our first hater the other day.
shout out to my dad?
That made me mad. Now I'm triggered.
Oh, and god damn it. What a pro wants. What a pro wants. Oi there, and welcome to episode 85 of the Red Loves Hockey podcast. And a happy belated St. Patrick's Day to all of you tuning in. That was my best Irish impersonation accent that I can do. I am Irish, so I should be able to do it. And my last name has an O apostrophe, so it's like you kind of have to have a little bit of Irish in you.
Pretty good. You got me.
I'll take it. Probably, and I've been to Ireland too, but I'd imagine anyone over there is like, that's insulting. But
All of our Irish listeners.
yeah, sorry, sorry all of you. But for all non-Irish fans, welcome. And we just had our big hockey trip out to Buffalo, Toronto, and Detroit. So to any of our new recent subscribers who maybe got a sticker from one of us or saw an erroneously placed sticker during their time over the last couple of days, we welcome you. We're a fun community, and we have to discuss the trip because I've been looking forward to it since August of last year. So I'm glad that we were able to successfully do it. We didn't have any major hiccups, and everybody got home safe and sound.
Yep. I think I already told you this, but you did a better job documenting the trip with videos than I did on the Dean and Owen side. But
Oh, you think so?
We'll get to that. Yeah.
I think you did pretty good for. I mean, like sometimes it's better to just get the B-roll stuff too to get a little bit more of a
that's
feel.
easier to do, but I feel like I was just kind of in the moment.
Yeah, it's like you're just feeling it.
Yeah.
And
I
I
didn't take any pictures.
You didn't take any at all.
You're like, there's 4 other people who will. It'll be fine.
This is like overly documented. I'm gonna just rip off of their pictures.
Yeah, there you go.
Share. Yeah.
We'll have to share with you the Google album. Yeah, although I don't know if you have an account, but whatever.
Or we can just share the pictures with you now, and then you can relive this anytime you want by watching the podcast.
Yeah, bump those numbers up every couple of months to reminisce, will you?
Yep.
Available for free on YouTube.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so let's I guess we'll just kind of go through the album and have our just thoughts on the trip and provide some context for some of the photos and videos and whatnot. Yeah, I guess we'll just kind of go through. So first video here, me getting to Gifford's.
Fuck, I said I'd be here. Nailed it. Well, I just turned 11:01, but I started.
That's always so quiet on Discord, but
Yeah, it's a little quiet.
punctual as always.
Nailed it.
All right, there we go. There's me seeing Gifford first time.
First guest host has arrived. It's Matt Gifford.
How often do you
everybody.
see Gifford? Like, you probably see him pretty often, right?
Welcome aboard.
Not as often as you might think, just because of how busy he is, and he's like an hour away, or like he's like 45 minutes away. But yeah, it's still good to see him. We stop at Chick-fil-A, and then all of a sudden we've teleported to Sandroni's.
Hey! Guest host number 2. Thanks for.
Oh, why is it
having
so
us.
choppy?
We made it. Johnny.
The
Guest
gang's all there, kind of.
Yeah, and then we never. I forgot to record when we saw you guys in Toronto. Spoiler alert. But oh well.
Owen took some blurry pictures of you guys.
Yeah, he did the best that he could. But yeah, then the three of us went to the New York Beer Project and got some nice food.
I got like a 3-second video of Owen, and then I was like, I don't feel like recording this.
Well, that's good enough. So that's Dean and
Owen's
Owen meeting.
airport, and then I see you got pizza. We also got pizza and some beer, some half yards, 32 ounce. They're basically big beers, but in fancy glasses. Like
Yeah, those are huge. It's
I
pretty
see you
sick.
watching some hockey.
Yeah, so we had a bunch of different games going.
Wait, so where was that? That was you picked
th-
them up, and then
After we got
was
pizza, then we went back to Ryan's and
I see.
watched some
Watch
games.
some hockey.
Yep.
Our night we played Shell, me and Owen, and I think these are. Oh, I don't know why that picture's on there twice. That was the first game we played. I won 3-2 as Edmonton. We did like 3 random teams. Then the second game, we won in the shootout, or I won in the shootout. So
Let's
I
go.
still got it, but just barely. They were close games. But he was also home, so I had to play upside down for 2 periods. So
Well,
you know how it goes.
yeah. I think we've proved who the better player is, though, which makes sense. Let's see. I think this is just like some random footage of the river.
Casnovia
Yeah.
Creek.
I
There
guess
you
I
go.
didn't think about the B-reel footage. I guess we can just
All
talk
right.
about how scenic
After a
everything
night
was.
of drinking and lots of hockey, we are heading for some breakfast.
Next night or next day, I guess. That's pretty much it. And then yeah, we got some spot coffee in downtown. And again, we're
That video is one
interlaced.
of the ones that wasn't in order, but that was once we got to the Hockey Hall of Fame. I think we told you about this, right? It was like the simulated, like a golf sim, but for hockey.
Yep.
So we were shooting on a goalie. I picked the Montreal goalie. I think it was Price. Don't mind me wearing an Ottawa
just gonna mute
jersey.
it.
I had to choose between that and Toronto. So
Lesser of
Ottawa,
two
it
evils.
was. Yeah. I only got. Well, I did get Owen getting his 1 goal. It'll probably be way later, but I was like hooking all these. I told the guys it was the curve on the stick was very different than my beer league stick, so
Yeah.
that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
But
I finally decided to shoot to the right side, and that was the one I got eventually. But I think it was my second to last shot.
there it
Oh, no,
is.
there it is.
Nailed it. Oh, we
And
get the
then,
little replay.
Yeah. I don't know why I tried to go back to the left. I should have
Yeah.
kept going. I think the last 2 I tried the same.
Yeah,
same
you're like,
spot.
well, I guess I'll go back there.
And then the last one, all this wind up, and then right in the chest.
Right
Right in the middle.
Right in the
Right
logo.
down the gullet.
Yeah. But it was fun. They also had a like a goalie one where they shoot, I assume, foam pucks at you, but we got to the Hockey Hall of Fame at 5:15 and it closed at 6. We did that at 5:45, which is right when it was closing, so we didn't get to do both. But next time we go back, I will be doing the goalie one.
Yeah, and I want to check it out too. Ryan, Matt, and I were not able to make it there to do that, which was too bad. But we had our own little adventures going on, so it was a bit of a trade-off. But yeah, so we got a little bit of a different timeline, but these guys are flying while we're going to see the arena. Actually, I don't know if that was exactly when we were going or not, or when we just drove by.
We were
Yeah, but
still
we
in
got-
the Sabres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some
Um,
good pictures from the plane of Toronto.
But
Yeah, I get to hear about your game because you haven't really said much about it. yet,
No,
other than
not
the outcome.
not a ton, but here's a couple shots of us walking in, and then video will be ready soon. Okay, well, we'll just skip that one
Oh,
then.
wow.
But here's where we were sitting.
Good.
Pretty damn nice, courtesy of Sandroni.
That's the Sabres tunnel there.
Yeah, right to the left here where Reimer's coming out. So yeah, you're like right near it, and then We got the crossing sabers that come down right in front of you, so it's pretty cool.
When you had raided the arenas, where'd you have buffaloes?
I don't think they were super high, but they weren't like really low
Somewhere in the
either.
middle.
Yeah, they have some good things. The
Interesting,
new
like-
jumbotron is pretty cool.
Like I know
They had
some
the
have
best
like the,
stats on the jumbotron.
I feel like
They
Colorado has
showed
good too.
time on the ice and how tired players were.
With the stamina bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like video game esque.
Yeah.
It would blink when they were really tired.
Let's see. So, oh yeah, here's some footage that Gifford took. So here's like a good shot. So there's the tunnel right there. I'm pointing to the
Weird
screen.
like TV under the jumbotron setup. I know some do like the strip screen or whatever you want to call it. Like I think Little Caesars has it kind of like that, where it's like all the way around. But it's interesting.
Yeah, so there's a good shot there of the. Oh, okay, he wasn't ready for predictions yet. Here we go. I'll give you his prediction because it's kind of important.
All right, let's see.
So yeah, he says 4-2 Jack Eichel game winner, and very interesting how this plays out for the game. If you guys don't remember or if you didn't watch the game, but then I give my prediction, and
Sandroni's going with zeros.
Sandroni's going with zeros.
Meteor's gonna strike. All right. Let's see. I hope this looks good. I don't know.
And then I zoom right into my eyes.
3-2 Sabres.
I say the Sabres are gonna win because I know my I know my record with Sabres games. So,
In Knights games.
right, exactly. A terrible combo for me. I'm 0-2 in Buffalo versus Vegas games. So, and I did confirm after this trip I am 1-6 in Vegas games. So pretty rough record. But yeah, here's the Sabres, and then some good shots of the national anthem lineups and all that, and then opening face off. So yeah, I mean we got a good sight line. We're right in the action. I mean you can't see anything up on these boards, but you know that's what you take. Hopefully, hopefully I don't get copyrighted for the music going on in the background. But yeah, we're jumping around a little bit. But yeah, just some more action
Happening. Owen and I are taking our hour-long Uber ride from the airport.
Yeah, it's interesting to see back to back
Intermingled.
what you guys were doing. Yeah, so there's you guys taking the Uber driver. Oh yeah, they had the Irish band playing because it's we were close to St. Patrick's Day. This was on the 15th, so a couple days away. Shot of the CN Tower. So this is the outside of the Toronto arena, which that's really the best shot. There was another shot where they had it in multiple colors, which was cooler, but I didn't get that one, and obviously I didn't get this one either. There was some rough stuff. Colasar and Greenway going at it. Sabres fans were pretty impressed. That's pretty much it. Is this a different fight or is this the same one? It's the same one.
Pipe a vertical.
Yeah, great. This is where the Hall of Fame was, right, D?
Yeah, we kind of got lost. We went in. It actually is down that escalator. But yeah, it's a cool building. Well, then you go back up and you go through the shop on your way out. But yeah, when we got in there, I'm like, oh, this isn't that big. And then you just kept going different directions and just kept going. And there was a second floor. But yeah, it was pretty big, really cool. They had a Montreal locker room where it's the replica, like jerseys and goalie pads and stuff.
Pretty cool.
And they let you guys in wearing Ottawa jerseys.
Yeah.
They accept fans of all creeds.
Some random Bruins stuff.
Go Knights, go.
Yeah, so I took a lot of pictures. I'm gonna like read through later on the, because again we were like running through it.
Yeah.
I ran through and did everything, and like went back at the end to what we wanted to like look more into.
What you really wanted to see.
Me with the Four Nations Cup.
Don't touch.
I already touched it, and then the guy was like, "Don't touch it." I go, okay.
Like, oh, sorry.
And then you can see the picture of it, like a cathedral type thing, like
Yeah.
where you went upstairs.
That's sick.
And that's where the Stanley Cup was, in this area, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, really cool. Just cool building for it to be in.
The original Stanley Cup.
So cute.
Yeah, it's a lot cuter than the current one.
Also, did the original one have rings on it that they then took off? I guess not. It was just that.
I don't think so. I don't think they started it like right away.
Yeah, but obviously they have all the like, the Selkie, the Hart, the Rocket Richard. They have
King Clancy.
all the trophies. The Stanley Cup.
Ottawa versus who? Rat Portes. I don't know. That's one of the weird ones. But hey, there you go.
Must be the coach.
And they also had different things. This was
Yeah,
hockey
must
in
be.
space. That one in the middle, where it's like random touch screens, and you could like pull up highlights and stuff.
Weird alien lady.
Obviously, stuff more for kids.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, come
some
on.
cool like interactive stuff.
That's what I keep doing.
They had a little sports center area. You go in, and there I am, sports centering. Some more hockey. in the
Meanwhile,
meantime.
I like shifting back and forth. It's fun.
Yes. That's how like all good TV shows are. It's like you have the one plot, and then it's like just getting good. It's like, well, now go back to the other character.
We'll check in on these guys if the video will ever load. Oh my gosh, there we go.
Never gotten a goal on
Pace of
video.
plays look so fast from that close, too.
I know, and then when
The speed, they just like went from one side to the other. It's like, oh man, here they come back the other way.
when we're up in Toronto, I'm like, these guys are so slow. It looks so much different. Gifford definitely tried his best. He always tries at every game to at least get a goal, and it's never happened, and I've never gotten one either. You're not gonna see one here, but that one was pretty damn close.
Yeah.
So some interesting action there. I don't know what the score was at that point. I didn't see it on the walls, but
And then some of the cool stuff was like the really old gear and skates and jerseys.
Look at
Like,
that.
at that sweater
that's sick.
and those skates. I think near the end I took even more of like the old stuff, but
Oh my gosh, those look comfortable, right?
mm-hmm.
Easy to swap out the blades on those babies.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there is no swap out.
They just soldered some pipes together.
Yeah. Really, they're pretty rudimentary, but that's what they used to be played on. Pretty cool.
3-3.
So, yeah, I took a picture. Vegas lets up a late goal, 13 seconds left after.
Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah, he really took the wind out of Gifford and I's sails.
Yeah, you guys looked really distraught.
We were like,
Well, I was standing up clapping. I looked down, and you both are like just about tears.
it's like we know what's coming. Like it's over. They just lost the game.
Sandroni and I had a great weekend trip.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You guys went
everyone
3
was
for
rooting
3.
for one.
I went 2 for 2, but yeah.
Yeah,
I would have been
but
rooting for Buffalo if I was there.
I know exactly. So
Everyone roots for Buffalo.
So Vegas had had taken the lead with like a little bit more than 2 minutes left on a Jack Eichel goal. So obviously the building was all like, and all the Vegas fans, including Gifford and I, were hooting and hollering like, yeah, let's go. And so it was looking like they were gonna be able to come out with the win. Hurdle goes for an empty netter, but he sees Jack coming down center ice, and so he wants to pass it to him to give him a chance to get the sealer, and it ends up getting intercepted by some Saber, I don't remember who, instead of just getting the free goal, and then they end up turning around, 13.6 to go. Then they end up forcing overtime and ultimately lose in the shootout. Well, the Sabres win in the shootout, but I was pretty upset. But here's the start of the overtime when I still we got a chance. We've won these before, but it wasn't to be.
Still had some hope.
Yeah, I was like, well, they might be able to do it, and then I got a couple of the shootout. Olofsson, they also let him go first.
There you go. You got a goal on camera.
Yeah, I guess that counts.
Yeah.
Well, would you count empty net? Because I feel like I've definitely gotten empty nets on video.
I don't know if I have ever filmed an empty net, but I don't know if I would count it.
I wouldn't.
Jack Eichel. The boos are really coming through.
Yeah.
Who gonna?
Yeah, they were pretty ecstatic about that one. And there you go.
There it is.
Luukkonen with the 4-3 win. So, bit of a sour mood, and it also mattered that it went to overtime and eventually the shootout because we had to book it to get to Toronto so we could catch the 7 o'clock start. You know, this game was 12:30 in Buffalo, so wrapping up it was like a little after 3:30 is when we were getting out of there. So we knew it was going to be tight.
We were crossing the border at just after 4, so it was tight.
Yeah, it was close. Yeah. And there was, of course, a lot of traffic for a Saturday night game in Toronto. Like, Toronto traffic already is not good, but it's like we don't know the back ways. We're just at the mercy of the map. So, yeah, a lot of bumper to bumper. Meanwhile, these guys didn't have much of a problem getting over there because they walked.
Left Hall of Fame at 6. Headed over. Took some pictures in front of the very scenic arena with the parking lot.
It's beautiful.
Oh, and then this was at the Toronto airport. I don't know why this one's in here. This massive elevator that Owen and I got to enjoy.
Huge. There's some good shots.
And then Owen brought his camera and was able to bring it into both arenas, even though he wasn't supposed to be allowed to. So we both were taking warm-up action shots down in the 100 level before going up.
He got some really good shots.
Good
some
stretching.
Mine, but yeah, these were Owen's.
Yeah, both of you guys got really good shots.
Ones, and then I took lots of Ullmark. I might have taken that Shabbat one too.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it was really fun just taking pictures.
We were
a physical zoom.
We were very lucky that he was able to get through both games with those. Like, Detroit, I was like, nah, he's not getting through with it. And then he kind of like played dumb and was like, oh, I don't really know what type of lens this is. You know, it's just a little point and shoot. And they're like, oh, okay, go ahead.
And
so
the lens come off. He's like, I don't think so. And the lens come off. Like, yeah.
Look at that. Right down the dot.
I wouldn't cross him.
Oh my gosh, me either. Angry German. Don't want to mess with them. Nice little action shot of Ullmark, kind of. Although I guess the puck hasn't really left yet, but that's okay. But yeah, lots of cool shots of the guys during warm-ups.
We don't need to look at everyone.
No. There were some other cool shots in the Detroit game
and that's us at the border.
Meanwhile.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
Yeah.
I picked the slowest lane every time we crossed.
It was pretty uncanny. And then I picked one. I was like, well, let me see if maybe I can pick one. Of course, it wasn't a good pick. And the last one, or the second to last one, going to Canada was like Oh my gosh, it was so silly because we went back and forth from lanes, and each time we were wrong. We'll keep scrolling through here. Again, yeah, really cool. Some cool action shots. I mean, like, look at that, Brady whiffing on a clapper, or I don't know what, or maybe he's going for a really strong backhand.
Yeah.
Or he had 2 pucks, I guess. That's probably it. Oh yeah, here we go. We got the
Oh,
full
yeah.
story here. 3 pucks. 3 pucks ago. Let's see. Oh, here's the best shot of us coming up. There's
Yeah, the
Gifford.
camera doesn't do great in the dark.
But you could still see how genuinely excited I was, so I think
We
that's all that
made it.
matters.
Yeah.
I was really pumped. I popped off. Well, I was like, let's go! Because it's been so long since I've seen Dean, and I mean, I just recently seen Owen, but it was still like, oh, it was just nice to get the 5 of us together.
And then this is us still in the Uber on the way into Toronto. Somebody taking some pictures.
Some big buildings.
Yeah, it was interesting, like architecture. All kind of like sharp buildings. Oh yeah. There's
Steve Staios. It was cool to get those shots too. And then like these are some shots from our actual seats, so a lot further up.
You could only get that shot from where we were sitting.
Yeah. Pretty steep. Oh yeah, we passed by Jellystone National Park, which was pretty fun on the way in.
the leaky ceiling.
Owen was like, I'm going to document all the bad parts about the arena.
Yeah.
Which is
It
fun.
wasn't a great arena.
No, it really wasn't.
No. That very steep
Raptors.
bleachers.
Very, very steep, yeah. Let me see if we got any other good shots. Nice little shot of another elevator.
That's us on the way to the game from our hotel. After we
Mm.
dropped our bags off. Well, now we're gonna have more Hall of Fame stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of all over the place, but that's okay.
That's all right. We're having fun reminiscing.
Yeah.
Some good shots of Owen here with the Four Nations Cup.
We have the part they removed from the cup, like the old
Mm.
thing.
Those are pretty.
Yeah.
Cool. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Boston
And then they have the
Bruins.
Stanley Cup rings, and of course, Vegas is the most extra.
I mean, of course. Florida's was pretty extravagant too, but I think, I mean, Vegas is pops open and there's a little T-Mobile arena inside, so, yeah. Stars showing the 9 goals scored in the cup clinching game, interlaid engraved with "It's Nighttime." I mean, that's, yeah, pretty good. They didn't have, or did they have Florida stuff there? I assume.
They did. They had like when you walk to the Stanley Cup, they had on the wall like the Panthers posing all with the cup, like on a big, I don't know, like billboard type thing. So I assume they just update that every year.
Yeah, probably.
Owen with the cup. Oh, that the one.
Boston Bruins.
Obviously, Boston had to take a picture. I took a lot of Boston stuff.
Yeah.
The one on the right there below the cup is pretty cool. So that was one of the Olympic torches.
Oh.
Team USA captain. I can't really read that because
Longtime forward Cami Granado during the opening ceremony of the 2002 Winter Olympics, Salt Lake City. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And there's a whole like section for international.
Molson Canadian.
Signed, yeah, some signed beer boxes, whatever.
Oh, a little pinball machine.
Pinball.
You guys were watching hockey
This
too?
is just on repeat. This is the top 10 shootout mishaps. So again, this was one of the things we could like choose a highlight reel to like queue up. They just play this over and over again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Some good action shots during the
This is
game.
Owen, I got his one goal on the simulator. We're equally as good at hockey, going 1 for 8.
Rip.
His was the last one.
Oh. Love it. Willie O'Ree. Some cool, outdated, are no longer with us. Cleveland Barons, Seals, Flames.
That helmet.
Wow. Look at all the holes.
That's
Oh,
a bigger
yeah.
shot of what that locker room looked like.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like you're really one of the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're kind of interspersed here with some other stuff, but Metropolitan's pretty cool, and then yeah, some good
Spurs,
shots.
look at that
in the
hockey
game.
stick.
It looks like a bone that a caveman got
Like
off
whittled
of
away.
a saber-toothed tiger or something, or a woolly mammoth. That's crazy. What the heck is this?
That was just in the shop of after the Hockey Hall of Fame. I don't know. I just liked it, so I took a picture.
Well, there you go. Oh yeah, there's the Coca-Cola Coliseum where the Marlies play, and the Scepters as well. Some good shots of Carlton the Bear. He looks pretty happy. Oh yeah, we didn't get any good shots of a goal, but it's like you're never gonna get that.
Unless you get your job.
Yeah, exactly. Which like Owen kind of wants to watch the game, as a Senators fan rather than just taking pictures the whole time. But again, still got a bunch of cool shots. Some with the puck in them, which is cool. Just shot of us, or you guys, I guess, walking up to the. So that's really like the best view of the outside of it.
We took our picture on the other side of this, like right when we crossed here.
Yeah, like
Really, like the whole thing's underground.
yeah, it's not very tall. But yeah, I've definitely seen cooler exteriors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is just you guys walking up, okay. And then yeah, so it's a 3-2, pretty close game. Lots of good stuff. Again, yeah, we're back to warm-ups, back to the game again. But yeah, Owen did not necessarily delete all of these, so we got a lot of good photos and a lot of not so good. Black squirrel in the park.
Oh, did you get the rat?
No, I didn't get the rat.
You didn't get the rat.
It's too bad. He was a fat little rat too. And then, spoiler alert, they get the win. 4-2 win with the empty netter to seal it. It was a pretty fun game for us. We were all cheering for Ottawa except for Sandroni, who still had his Sabres gear on. But
I'm happy with my decision. I got a lot of Go Sabres.
Yeah, or like
walking around.
Like what the hell? Like what are you doing here? Like Go Sabres.
We did just come from the game.
Yeah, we did. It was pretty fun doing that. The first time I'd done that.
When I got our pizza and our Molson Canadian beers.
You've got to
Mm-hmm.
when you're visiting. Pretty cool shots of the light show there.
Pizza was pretty good.
Yeah, it really wasn't too bad. It was just expensive, but
Yeah, it's Toronto.
here's a better shot of where we're at, so you can see all the railings there.
That was interesting.
Pretty steep, but you still get a pretty good view of the arena.
Why is it horizontal but vertical?
I don't know.
Oh, the anthem, the crowd singing the anthem.
They were pretty emphatic about Canada, and we did confirm that they did not play the American national anthem because there were two Canadian teams playing. We were kind of wondering if they would, I was leaning towards they probably don't, even though like yeah, it's an American league, but like no American teams here tonight. Owen. Just a little flex. But yeah, that's a good. Here's a good idea of what the concourse is like if you've never been. Pretty tight, pretty bland, and yeah, just lots of people. Under construction downstairs too, yeah. Overall, I was pretty disappointed with the arena. We were kind of talking about the different aspects during the game, and we're like, yeah, concourse, kind of like a 1 out of 5 or a 0 out of 5. Like the exteriors, maybe like a 1 or a 2. Interior, I mean, I really wasn't that impressed with. Like, I mean, the actual like seating and stuff is fine.
The size of the seats were kind of tight.
Absolutely.
Like the leg room.
No leg room at all. Don't believe we had cup holders either.
Oh, yep.
Which, like, yeah, not every arena is gonna have cup holders for all the sections, but yeah, it's a bummer. There were a couple other things, but yeah, overall, I was just like, it is way too narrow in the concourse. Like, I don't want to go into the concourse at all. I don't think the food options were very good either. We didn't like completely explore, partially because of how annoying it was to do so. But yeah, it was mostly like pizza, and then like one other like generic like burgers, probably popcorn, and that's it. And then
and the bathroom
more
line.
pizza. Oh yeah, the bathroom lines were crazy. They went kind of fast, but it's still like it was a pain.
We missed the start of a period because of it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was just nuts, which was too bad. There we go. Here's a good shot of the 5 of us.
Go
Sandroni
Sabres.
with the Sabres sticking out like a sore thumb. But I mean, there were a few other Sens fans scattered.
More than us.
Yeah, at least he's got blue. He could blend in if you don't look at him too closely.
I didn't want to get beat up.
Yeah, here's a good shot of my black eye. Nothing precarious happened.
Yeah, I was curious if the Sens had lost, how much more we've gotten chirped on the road, like walking down the street.
Yeah,
People
good
just were
question.
there's like sigh.
Yeah, they're too sad to chirp. Yeah, just bunch of shots. And
Who put that there?
I don't know who put that there, but somebody used their sticker to shout out the podcast. Here's the outside of the Hall of Fame. Pretty cool. We passed by that on the way in. Is this and then so the game's over. We're celebrating. We get our Oreo cakesters for free, courtesy of MLSE. Yeah, Dean conned his way into a second one, while Gifford politely declined. I might add.
Like before that, I went back. Well, we're gonna go out, and like, do you think they'll still have Oreos left? They're like, you should grab one now. So I'm like, okay. And then we went to the bathroom, and then going back like Oreos. I'm like, oh sure, thank you.
Yeah.
They were like little whoopie pie type things, and they kind of tasted like devil dogs. They were pretty good.
Yeah, the cakesters. So not a sponsor, but they were good.
Best thing about the arena.
Yeah. Here's us at the bar, I think. Oh gosh.
This is you explaining what happened to your phone.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. You can't see.
Like pulled out your phone or whatever, and it just like what just hit my hand? I was only holding my phone.
Yeah. So, of course we couldn't find it in the game. I don't know how. I still don't know how exactly it happened, but couldn't find it anywhere. It's a tiny little bluish silver button, and you're never gonna find it again. So that was disappointing. I ordered one on Amazon to get shipped the next day, so it would be there by the time I got home, which it was. and I have installed it. I'm not showing the camera right now because we're on the other photos, but I do have a new one installed. It's fallen out a couple times already, so I put tape. I put Scotch tape over it.
Are you gonna send me my toothpick back?
Yes, it's in the mail.
Yep.
In order to turn my screen off, I had to use a flosser that Sandroni generously donated me.
I only had 2.
So that was very nice of him because I needed that in order to use my phone.
You should have told me you only had 2. I brought some extras. Oh well.
I only gave him 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we went out to the bars, Owen had bought 5 packs of hockey cards that we opened and we each made a rule, like a drinking game rule, depending on what cards we pulled. So we had like different missions at the bar. I think. Well, we all took a shot, and then I had to drink a Boston-related beer. I had to drink with my left hand all night, and then I forget what else I had to do. Oh, take like 5 sips because I got a number in or 3 sips because I got a Moritz Snyder who's 53, so it was like someone in the 50s. I don't know. We've had some obscure rules, but it made it fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I actually have your guys' hockey cards lying down in the background because you guys didn't end up grabbing them. I'm like, well, I'll keep them, I guess. So there you go. And then we went to another bar and watched some F1.
BLHP after
Started at 11? Or no, it was like, I don't know. And there were like 3 crashes.
that was
raining.
It was like midnight. Yeah.
And the race didn't actually start till like 1.
Yeah, it was in
the rain
Melbourne.
delay.
The bathrooms were cool. Well, I can see Gifford took a picture. And I think I took a video.
Oh yeah, they were pretty cool.
Yeah, just like these individual bathrooms, and then just like this long hallway.
Pretty epic. Dean's wearing his Montreal shirt.
And then on our way back up, we got distracted. We had all these letter magnets on the walls. So we tried to spell Bread Loves Hockey podcast, but they were missing lots of vowels. So we did our best.
That's the best you could do.
What we got.
Well, maybe they'll find you.
Put a sticker next to it.
Yeah, I probably had the stickers on me. I had the stickers on me pretty much the whole time.
I had some too, but.
And then we've got a bunch of shots of me.
Owen was doing like time lapsed photos. It took like 1 every second.
Yeah. Here's the final result. Pretty epic.
Hydrate.
I'm not gonna bother with the time lapse of the driving to Detroit, but we did that too.
Now, Little Caesars Arena. That's an arena.
Time skip.
And they had the like ceiling that lit up. They had it like lit up as the flag.
Yeah. You can see the red lights up top. And they got this guy going. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but yeah, he does this whole rigmarole like it's wrestling or whatever, or boxing. Excuse me.
Did either of you have pizza in both arenas?
Of
Little
I did.
Caesars and Pizza.
Yeah.
I didn't have
Which
Little
one was
Caesars.
better?
Because it was obviously the deep dish, the super slice.
Actually, no, I didn't have pizza in Little Caesars because I had it later.
There were
when
so
we
many
went
options
to,
in Little Caesars.
the restaurant. Yeah, the options were way better.
Get like burritos or burgers or all sorts of things. What did I end up having?
Sausage.
Oh, I had a sausage. Yeah.
Yeah, there were just a lot better food options there, which was nice. Let's see. We're just driving
There it
through.
is.
There's Gifford, and us with Gifford.
Get some B-reel footage. Yeah, I gotta get it.
Oh yeah, we actually kind of lucked out. Well, I mean the weather in Detroit wasn't great, but it didn't really rain much while we were there. It
No,
was pouring on the drive.
Yeah, it just
Detroit.
rained the whole way. Anyways, there you go. There we go. There it is.
Yeah,
The
you
best-
can take a picture of it. Okay, it came out as blurry as I expected.
Best you could do. Oh,
Yeah, they had like the
conked
ad
out.
on the like into the grass, which is cool. Really great, great picture.
And then boom, we're in Toronto, or excuse me, Detroit.
Detroit.
And,
Another cool exterior.
yeah, it's not like
Like-
crazy cool, but it is a little bit different.
Brick to,
Well,
like,
that's
blend
kind of
in.
like the theme. They have like the brick alley
Yeah,
and the
I like
inside and everything. Yeah, it was really nice.
Definitely cooler than Toronto. So some cool shots. There's like another big gate.
The friends divided between Detroit and Vegas.
Yep. So we weren't united anymore. And I guess we'll see who ended up coming out on top.
We did score predictions for this game. I don't know if we recorded that though.
I don't think we did, but I said 4-1 Senators.
And I said 3-0 Detroit shutout.
And I held my zeros.
I think Gifford, did he say 3-0 but the other way around, or
I think it was 3-2 or 3-1. I think he said 3-2 Detroit, and
3-2.
then, or no, one of them, either Owen or Gifford, said 3-2 Detroit, and one said Knights.
yeah. Fortunately, we didn't have all 5 of them here today to recap, but that's all right.
Yeah, Owen drove for 9 hours today, so.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, yeah, we've all had a lot of traveling recently, so can't blame him. Cool shots of the face-off. Yeah, he got some really good shots in Detroit. Good shots of us watching the game. Like, look at
Nail
some
biter.
of these. Look, you can see this dejected Vegas fan here, and then this sad person just sitting there with their shiny gold vest. Like, oh my gosh, nice
Thanks
shot
for
of
pointing them out. All I see are the happy people.
Yeah.
Lots of happy faces, and that would continue for the remainder of the night. It was a 3-0 win.
Third, right? And almost after the second. I think it was like 1-0.
Yeah, I think it was 1-0 after the second, and then they opened it up at the end there. Vegas just could not convert chances. They really were pretty poor throughout the whole game. Like they did not win a lot of puck battles. They weren't able to get set offensively for like extended periods of time in the neutrals or in the offensive zone, or even just for like 5 seconds. It's like they just couldn't hang on to it. They had a couple chances where they just barely missed. Eichel had one that was like just barely wide of the post, and so yeah, they did not deserve to win that game, and they didn't, which was too bad for me. So yeah, Gifford and I both see them lose in both games, and I think Gifford said he was 2-4-3 after the trip. And one was a close regulation win versus the Islanders, and then another one's in the shootout, I want to say.
Gonna see 4 OT games then.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of overtime and shootouts, which is kind of fun. But yeah, we both are not lucky when we see them, which is too bad. Now where are we? This is us getting into Detroit. Oh yeah.
All these planes flying over with advertisements, which is interesting.
Motor City, pretty cool. Oh yeah, there's all the planes advertising. Big jumbotron, and yeah, those kids were having fun, and this game was pretty much over at that point.
And I was having fun.
Dean had a
Those
lot
kids
of fun
got
in
the
that
fourth
game.
star of the game.
Yeah, they did. They sure did. Let's see. Yeah, just a lot of cool shots.
Walking in the arena.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we got to the game.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone's just it's like close but slightly off.
I know, it's weird. Good shot of Albert Johansson, who's opened the scoring late in the second period and ends up getting the first star as like his second goal of the season. I was like, oh my gosh, of course. He had a nice one though. Little shot of Mrazek, who gets the shutout. Did a little interview. Here's a good shot of the interior. So this is like what it looked like when you walk in.
Much nicer concourse.
Stark contrast to Toronto for sure. Lots of open space. Here's the team store, which was pretty big, and then yeah, they've got this whole area. Got like the canopies look going. It was just so wide.
What's up in all those windows to the right?
I'm not sure what's. It might be like executive offices or other like retail spaces. I think there's like a bar down here and like a restaurant and some other
I
things.
think it kind of reminded me of like a cruise ship, like the main like a hallway area with like all there's like bars and restaurants and whatever else.
It was pretty neat. A lot again, a lot more architecturally interesting. A lot more of a vibe for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool.
This is this is just going up the escalator. Yeah, so you can see markets and all sorts of stuff. And then really cool light show, and they had I don't think any of us got a shot of the American flag. Oh no, here we go. Gifford did. I had these Philly cheesesteak fries that were so good. I was pretty happy with those. And oh yeah, so that's like the guy who's doing the announcements.
Yeah, we were like right near all the like happening things that they cut to for like on the jumbotron. It was like right above us to the right. So that was cool.
Pretty sweet. Some good shots of the 5 of our mean mugs. Yeah, I don't think Gifford didn't get any goals, but some cool moments. Oh yeah, the little kids during the intermission. Buckets, let's go. Yeah, they had him going on both ways.
Kid forgot it that way.
Was this the kid? I was gonna say, was that the kid who was like who had the sick goal?
Good goal, yeah.
Some shots of us hanging out with the Red Wings players on the bench. Dean going over the boards.
Line change.
Oh my
And
gosh!
we checked out the shop before the third period. They had like game worn, authentic stuff. Yeah, $3,500 Brinket jersey. Lots of Patrick Kane stuff. Post game.
If you couldn't tell, and all the soul has left Gifford's
That's
body.
what they looked like in Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I've seen this somewhere before, I think.
I just filmed the 3 stars. I don't know why another vertically horizontal video. This was right outside our section. Oh, bathroom selfie.
Even the bathrooms
Yeah,
were nice.
The Game of Thrones style thick chair.
Pretty cool. I'm surprised we were all able to fit in it. Well, the 3 of us.
If you look a little smushed, if we like squeeze a little bit, you just kind of lift up.
I'm like, yeah. Oop, up. Some shots of the suburbs.
Neighborhood. Yeah.
People.
We stopped at Buddy's for pizza. Met up with some college friends, Sam and Brian.
Shout outs.
The original Detroit style pizza. I mean, it's pretty good.
I was happy with it. Here's mine. You can't really tell the thickness, but it's not like crazy thick, but it was very good. I was very satisfied with it. I think everybody was. If you happen to be listening, I will correct a statement I made with you where I said I had been to 17 arenas. So after this trip, I've been to 16, including Arizona. So 15 of the current ones that are in the league. So I thought I was a little bit closer, but still, pretty much spot on. Dean at the hotel, and then we had a good time in the hotel. I think I gotta show the thumb wrestling.
Yeah, so we played watch hockey, get drunk, and had a good time. I was dying laughing filming this.
It was really good. He was so greasy. But his thumbs are also huge. Like I can't believe I even put up a fight. And then we just kept moving, struggling.
Oh, you had him wrapped there. You had him wrapped greasy. Oh, yeah, they both just had pizza. They're all greased up.
Goes on for a whole minute.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Look at that. The readjustment.
Locking hands.
We lock our arms together so we can't move. And then the anguish, the squeal of defeat. Once it was a fair fight, that was it. I guess that's that. And then
Then there was an early night because Owen and I had to get up early, and you guys weren't too far behind the next morning.
no, we weren't expecting to get up that early, but unfortunately, it was a rough night for Gifford. The combination of the pizza and the beer did not do him well, and he spent pretty much the entire night in the bathroom, which was too bad. So we all were feeling a little sleepy when we left. We were thankful for Sandroni being able to drive from Detroit to Buffalo, because I don't think either Gifford or I were in any state to do that.
The car did all the work. I took a nap.
Yeah, when you guys were falling asleep, I was also falling asleep. But yeah, it was St. Patrick's Day, so Sandroni had the Irish radio going, and we had lots of Dropkick Murphys and some other Irish bands.
Been out to Boston.
Yeah, we shipped up a couple times, I think.
Lost a few legs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, it was fun. And then yeah, for Gifford and I, after we got back to Buffalo, we still had another like 5 hours to get back to his place, and then I had another like 45 minutes after that. So it was a long travel day for us. And Dean and Owen flew out pretty early in the morning back to
We
Denver.
got up at 6:15. It was so cold walking to the bus in the morning.
Oh.
It was like across the street, well, like a block or two, but it was like I don't know if it was in the 30s or low 40s, but it just felt really cold.
Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't particularly warm or cold. It was like 50s, I think, in both cities. I mean, Buffalo, it was like high 60s.
Toronto, it was pretty warm. Then Detroit got cold again. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Now it's back to warm. So
who knows?
yeah.
Toronto, the arena was also really hot. Like when we were at as soon as we got to our seats, I was like, I immediately took off. I had a hoodie and then the jersey over it, and I immediately was like, I need to take this hoodie off because it is way too hot up here. It was not hot in Detroit. It was definitely coldish. We kept joking about the Zamboni door being open,
Yeah.
but it wasn't too bad. So, yeah, we didn't get to really see each other on Monday, the two groups, but it was great to see everybody. That was the first time that Gifford and Owen had met, so it was cool to finally get them to meet
and me and Gifford.
Oh yeah, you hadn't met him either.
Yeah.
That's true. First, I don't know why. Well, I guess yeah, you hadn't met him until the day before, but yeah.
You only knew me from the podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because Gifford was the only one that went to high school with me, so that's how I know him. But yeah, I guess that's that for our little recap. So yeah, that's the trip, and now we have to talk about the implications of the games that we watch, and then obviously the rest of what was going on in the league. I mean, it definitely hurts Vegas, but they're still sitting in first place with I think four points on LA, so they should be all right. But definitely would have liked to get a little bit more than that.
The Sabres have not been eliminated.
Oh, they're 2 points at back of Edmonton. So, yeah, Sabres are still in it somehow mathematically. I know that the Blackhawks, if they lose tomorrow against the Kings, they will be officially eliminated. And the Sharks have also been eliminated. They were the first team this season to be officially mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. So they're kind of hoping just to get to 20 wins on the season. They're sitting at 18 now. With
Maybe they don't hope that.
well, I guess the fans probably more so, but yeah, I guess as the manager, you're hoping that they guarantee the best possible chances to win the draft lottery, which that's what they're poised to do as of right now. But we'll see again how the final stretch pans out. We also have some injury updates, specifically for the Devils. So Dougie Hamilton is out for the regular season, and Jonas Siegnethaler is out for the regular season and likely out for the playoffs as well. So those are two big defensemen for them that they're going to be missing significant time in the heat of the playoff push here. So they are not doing too well as far as staying healthy at the right time. Jack Hughes is done for the season, like we mentioned, and now with these two guys, and I think there are a couple other names that are also out. It's
So
not good.
Hughes just done for the regular season, or is it confirmed like he wouldn't make playoffs either?
I thought he was pretty much done, but I don't know if I got like the official word on that. I feel like I remember saying that he was that was it, but I guess
See what the ESPN page says.
Yeah,
New Jersey.
they might have an update for us since last time.
Surgery. Oh, yep. Expected to be ready for training camp.
Yeah, that's never good. Yeah, so bad time for the Devils to be falling. I mean, luckily they are still pretty comfortable in third in the Metro right now, with the Rangers 8 points back of them with no games in hand, and then the Islanders 10 points back. So they aren't in jeopardy of losing that spot yet. We'll see if that changes, but they've gotten a couple wins recently, despite the injuries. So hopefully they can again coast on in. They probably aren't going to catch Carolina, but
So
that's
Dougie
likely
Hamilton
the matchup.
is set to miss the first round of the postseason.
Okay.
And then Siegenthaler won't play before the end of the regular season. So he could be back for the start of playoffs.
I guess that's something. I mean, I think you'd rather have Hamilton, but again, you just take what you can get. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the rest of the standings, so Panthers atop of the Atlantic Division right now with 85 points, and then the Lightning and Leafs are tied at 83, with the Lightning have the tiebreaker with regulation wins as of right now. So very, very tight race at the top of the Atlantic, and then the Sens sitting pretty comfortably as the first wild card with 77 points. They're likely not going to be catching any of the top three there, but it's a good chance that they'll be playing the winner of the Atlantic Division. So yeah, a lot of interesting implications there for the matchup. I think playing either Florida or Toronto would be pretty interesting. So I'm expecting it to be Florida, but you never know. Again, with how close it is, and maybe you have another bad injury, anything can happen. And
Boston's
then
only 4 points out.
Boston is technically not dead. Again, I mean, the Sabres are still alive somehow. So, yes, Bruins 69 games played, 69 points. So they're smack dab at 500. They've got a minus 35 goal differential, which is actually worse than Buffalo. But they've technically still got a shot. They have not continued their winning streak after the deadline, sadly. They lost to Ottawa. I think they lost pretty badly to the Lightning while we were in Toronto.
They went without a shot for, I think, in the whole second period or something. It was not good.
The whole period?
Let me check. I know Bruins. Let's see.
Oh, man.
Shot Tampa. Let's see if that comes up.
So really,
Yeah,
they
were held
shouldn't
shotless
be.
in the second period.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, obviously they're not really projected to be one of the teams that you would want to be keying in on this late in the game. You're probably looking at the Rangers, the Canadians, who are currently sitting in the wild card 2 spot at 73 points, 67 games played. We've got the Rangers, the Islanders are not too far behind as well. The Blue Jackets and the Red Wings. I mean, again, only 4 points out. Like, it's still possible. And then a bit of a drop to Pittsburgh at 66 points. So they're 7 points back.
I feel like this CBS News article is wrong. Well, it says Boston was outshot 20-0 in the second. They hadn't had a period without a shot since 2007, but I remember in 2017 playoffs, a game against the Sens, a period the Bruins didn't have a shot on goal, and they won that game.
Maybe they're only counting regular season for that stat.
Maybe.
Man, you'd really hope not to have no shots in a playoff game, but I mean, you'll take the win, I guess. That's crazy.
Yeah. I remember like the Sens Twitter being like, "Is that good?" And then all of the Bruins fans obviously retweeting it after.
Yeah.
It was like 24 minutes versus the Senators.
24 minutes without a
No,
shot.
this was only 4 months ago. So.
I guess it happens a lot for them.
Yeah. But that wasn't that. Oh, that was over probably 2 periods. That wasn't a whole period, I bet. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it happened in 2017. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Telling it how it is on the Bread Loves Hockey podcast.
Yeah.
This is where the real facts are, not CBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try our darndest to make sure we're reporting accurately, and we put little text edits and things, but we miss some
Here we
stuff every
go.
once in a while.
SB Nation. Bruins had 0 shots in a playoff period for the first time in 78 years.
There you go. Confirmed.
Second time in team history, Boston had 0 shots on goal in the playoff period. The first time was April 6th, 1939 versus Toronto.
Oof. You hate to see it. Guess they just can't do it against Ontario.
We're just not a second period team.
There's worse periods to not be a team of, I guess. Third period.
But they won.
overtime
They
period.
won the game 2-1.
They won the. Did they win the 1939 game too?
I don't know.
I would think probably not.
Wait, hold on.
Hold.
Let's see.
This just in.
This might have actually. This article
Breaking
might have been
news.
put out during the game because it said, "In good news for Bruins fans, Boston won that game 2-1, and in fact won the Stanley Cup that same year." So that's probably, I assume, talking about the Toronto one.
1939. I don't remember that one from my Stanley Cup winners quiz.
Come on. Yeah, it was Boston. So.
Check that out if you haven't seen it yet on the YouTube channel. Pretty entertaining stuff. Yeah, those ones are so tough though. But I guess we'll see what's going on with them.
The Bruins versus Ottawa game was also a 2-1 win, so I don't know what the article is talking about.
Oh, a lot of 2-1 wins.
Yeah. Did not beat Tampa 2-1 though.
No.
Only had 12 shots that game.
Oh. That's and what was it, like 6-2?
I think so.
Yeah. So as of right now, again, not expected to really make a serious push. Obviously, they sold a lot of pieces at the deadline, so similar. I mean, Buffalo sold too. You did get to see Cousins score a goal in Ottawa, which was kind of fun.
Yep.
Got to see Olmark try to dangle someone.
Which also a former Sabre.
Also a former Sabre.
Going back a
Our
little bit further.
goaltenders, they leave and they become like world class.
All the Sabres players.
They all do, yeah. There's
Yeah.
the whole roster.
And Cousins has looked really good since he's arrived in Ottawa, which it's always tough as a Buffalo fan, but it's like at least he's doing well somewhere. Like you definitely feel for the players that get stuck, playing for a team that just isn't good enough. I mean, technically we've still got time, but I think they're gonna need a lot of luck to go their way if they're gonna turn this one around.
No, we said it at the beginning of the year.
Before the season even started, we were all like, yeah, after last year's disappointment, none of us were picking the Sabres to make the playoffs.
And they look worse than last year to start the year. And yeah, maybe there's got to be some drastic turnarounds.
Agreed
It's
completely.
going to take more than a year, more than one off season, I believe.
Yeah, which is not, of course, the answer you want to hear as a Buffalo fan. But I mean, they've been through this for so long. This is like the third kind of try with the rebuild, more or less, and they've never built back up to anything. Any positive pieces left for the Sabres to really, build around? I mean, obviously Dahlin and Power are two great players on the blue line, and then probably Thompson.
Maybe Kulik will come back from his concussion.
He got injured during the game. Yeah,
he got clocked.
I think that was why the fight
on
happened.
The ice. That was one of the fights. That was the other fight, not the one we showed.
Yeah, there were two fights. I think didn't Greenway fight two different people, or no? Maybe it was someone else that fought. Have to look back. And then we did see a fight in the Leafs game too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who it was though.
That either.
It was like a couple.
The Sabres traded their goon away, so
Lawton fought somebody.
Didn't have.
Gilbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't playing for Ottawa, but.
Also, it was interesting because Lawton was on like their starting lineup that night, and I feel like the crowd cheered pretty loud for him being like a new addition.
Hey, he's sticking up for his new team. That's always going to get respect. Greg. That was a pretty good fight. I guess none of us got any shots to that, or maybe Gifford might have gotten it, and we didn't.
No, Gifford did film some of it. We just didn't show it.
We just didn't show it. Well, you guys have seen fights before. Check out hockeyfights.com or whatever if you want to see it. Probably got a lot better view of it than we do. But yeah, again, it's another disappointing season for Buffalo, and we're gonna hope for better things and maybe get another draft lottery. But it's like, is that really like that's not what they want? We're not looking.
No.
We're not looking for draft picks. It's like it's just so disappointing.
We're like the youngest team in the league, and every year we get younger.
Yeah, it's not good.
I don't know why.
They did re-sign Zucker, and they re-signed Greenway as well. So a couple guys that are older sticking around, but they're gonna. Yeah, I think they're gonna need a lot more veteran presence with playoff experience to join the team in order to really feel like they have any serious chance, over the next few seasons.
And Lindy doesn't count.
No, does not count. He has not been the magic answer that I think some Sabres fans and management were looking for.
Most people didn't want him there because they knew this was going to happen, and they didn't want Lindy's legacy to be tarnished.
Yeah.
It's like Yeah, I don't know what it's. I mean, I don't know what it's gonna take to turn this franchise around. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, like everybody else. Doesn't seem like there's any immediately good answers. Like this is what I would do in order to turn this team into a winner. So yeah, we can shift gears to some teams that have been doing well. The Winnipeg Jets and the Capitals are both at 98 points, atop of their divisions. I believe Winnipeg is still leading the league. No, actually, Washington is based on what is it? Goals for, I think, is the tiebreaker right now. Because they, oh no, it is shots. Points percentage. I didn't see that they had played one less game. So yeah, very very tight race. I will be interested to see how that shapes out. And Bree did pick Winnipeg to win the President's Trophy in her preseason bracket. So I've been kind of hoping that comes true, because I was like, okay, that's like, yeah, I mean, it could happen, Bree. Like maybe, I don't know, but I did not really expect it. So it was pretty cool.
I feel like that's. I wonder if. Nah, I guess it's probably the second most wild guess after Washington. Like as far as ones that could happen, like guessing Washington would have been crazy.
It would have been. Agreed completely. Like this is weird. It's very strange. Year for the top dogs.
Not sustainable.
For the
Washington
most part.
doesn't have it.
There's been a lot of questions about what will happen for them in the playoffs. It definitely depends on who they play in the first round.
I think they win one round top.
Yeah, I mean, they just don't seem to be built like a playoff team as much as some of the other teams around them.
I bet as far as like, I don't know, you probably can't get this data, but like historic first seeds and brackets, I bet they'll be one of the least picked.
Probably, yeah. I think a lot of people can tell that this team is not necessarily, built with a really strong backbone. I mean, they have great pieces, and they have a lot to look forward to with young prospects that are coming up, like Leonard and Miroshnichenko and the other Protas, because they've got Ilya and Alexei. A couple other guys that they're looking forward to coming
through. They play like
through.
Montreal, it's like I guess they can win that.
Yeah, I mean it's like they're probably gonna be playing
Like,
Montreal,
Florida,
New York,
Tampa,
maybe Columbus. Yeah, because they're definitely gonna win the East.
The only path I see for them is if like the first round matchups, like just beat themselves up, and then like they play a beat up Maple Leafs team or something in the second round.
They get the scraps, yeah. Yeah, I mean it could happen. Like they've done it before, but historically they have not done well when they've won their division in the playoffs, and also when they've won the President's Trophy. It just seems to be a trend for them. So yeah, we'll see if it continues.
I don't believe any of the President's Trophy stuff, obviously, but
It's technically a curse, because it's been a while since it's happened where a team has won the Cup and the President's Trophy in the same season, but it's still like you still want to win it.
Parody.
Yeah, it's a great time to be a fan if you're interested in seeing different teams doing well, and we have a lot of teams in the East, especially still that are in the running. The West is a little bit more certain, but you really have 4 teams left for the wild card spots, being Vancouver sitting in the second wild card right now, St. Louis, Calgary, and Utah. I mean, I think it's probably going to be St. Louis or maybe Calgary, just because St. Louis has a very easy schedule. They're they've been heating up lately, like over the last month or so. They've been pretty good. They're 5-5 in their last 10. Excuse me, no, that was Vancouver. They're 7-2-1, and they're on a 3-game win streak. They have the easiest schedule going forward according to like strength of schedule. You can believe how much that actually matters or not, depending on you're gonna play some of the top dogs at the end, but they might be resting their starters, so there's a whole thing there. But
They're the only team with a positive goal differential out of the 10 wild card chase teams. if you wanna
Also
call it that.
helpful, they have a great coach, of course, in Montgomery. So,
Fantastic.
yeah, Dean loved him for his time in Boston. I would love if it was Utah, but I just don't see it. I think they're just not going to be able to quite make it. They lost a brutal one last night, I think, to Edmonton, like 7-1. That's a backbreaker for sure. But those are pretty much the four teams still left, and then Minnesota. I would be surprised if they dropped out, although they have a lot of injury issues too. But they're probably gonna stick as the wild card one. And then we're probably gonna get the Edmonton versus LA first round matchup again, unless Edmonton ends up winning the division. But yeah, fourth time's a charm for LA perhaps. We've talked about it a little bit before, but yeah, that would be. I mean, it would be entertaining, I guess, but it's also like, could we get, maybe something a little bit different this time around, especially if Edmonton just wins again. So that's what we got for our standings. I think we're about a month out from the end of the regular season. Ends 4/17, so I believe that's a Thursday. Likely that means the 19th would be the first day of the playoffs because it's a Saturday. So yeah, today's March 19th, so probably looking at a month out from the start of the playoffs, which is pretty exciting. That's when you really want to be tuning in. Like, all of these games are going to have implications, whether it be a non-playoff team that's playing spoiler to a playoff team, or two playoff teams vying for positioning or a spot, or I guess two teams trying to tank. Not as interesting as the story, but you could have that too. So a lot of implications down the stretch here. There's going to be a lot of back-to-backs. This is always crunch time, and every point matters. So yeah, really, really entertaining hockey going on. We only have 2 games tonight, and then we have like 14 games tomorrow, I think. Yeah. Oh, Leafs are up 2-1 right now on the Avs with 6 minutes left in the third period, and Kraken versus Wild is not yet underway.
Also, just looking at Gifford has 10-ish minutes to put in his hat trick answer. I didn't realize I was only 1 behind him now.
Yeah, very
2.
close.
And then Owen 3 behind Gifford, and then Brendan and Zach are still playing.
Hey, I got one on Saturday.
You sure did.
But then I didn't get one in Detroit, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then just last night we had one where Gifford said over under 27 saves, and it was exactly 27. So that kept a lot of you guys from getting hat tricks, and gave me technically a reverse hat trick. So
Yeah, we all missed out last night.
and then I was just looking at the Pass the Cup. Ottawa lost to Montreal, so Montreal has the cup now. Which who has Montreal? They're probably gonna be at the bottom
Me?
of someone's list. Owen does.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, increases his lead. He now has 21. Brendan with 17. Me with 14.
I thought I had 18. Damn. Oh, that's
Well,
tough.
actually, no, you don't have. Yeah, okay. Nope, just 17.
Oh well. Still got some time here, but I'm gonna need some luck.
Yeah, I don't think I'm winning the Pasta Cup.
And definitely.
See, if you have the cup winning team, right? You get some, or is that what we are doing? I forget.
Yes.
That's the other thing.
But we didn't
Well, I guess
write anything
didn't write
down
it
for
down.
that one.
Yeah, it's probably in the text.
Yeah.
But that would be some consolation for Toronto winning the cup. Would be me making some money.
Yeah.
Or Washington. I have Washington on there.
Or New Jersey or Carolina.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Well, you took
That's not
Calgary
gonna
from
happen.
me off of waivers because I got Anaheim for that 1 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Montreal plays the Islanders next, which Matt has. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But I would prefer. Well, I just whatever path gets me closest to having another opportunity to get it back. That's what I'm looking for,
Mm-hmm.
of course, and minimize the amount of points that Owen gets.
Yeah.
So there's our update there. We also have an update in that during the trip, Owen finally pressured me enough to make a Blue Sky account for the podcast. So it's an alternative to Twitter. If you don't want to use that site anymore, it's pretty similar, smaller fan or site base, I guess. But we do have that now. It's the same handle as our Twitter account, so at Bread Hockey on Blue Sky, or well, I guess it's like breadhockey.Blue Sky Social or whatever the handle thing is. But yeah, that's us over there. If you want to check us out, I think I've maybe posted 2 different things so far, so we'll see how often I use it. But it's there if you want to use that.
And then the GM meeting was also this week. Just saw this article about basically what Gary Bettman talked about, saying CBA talks would begin in April, and he's mentioned before he expects this one to go quickly, quietly, and painlessly, because he's hoping to get this one done sooner than normal and doesn't expect too much issues. So hopefully no lockout. Doesn't seem like that. So always a good
I don't
sign.
think so. Yeah,
Um,
lockouts are never
He
fun.
also talked about how the Four Nations face-off raised the bar for future All-Star games, and still not confirmed if there will actually be an All-Star game this year.
Because the Islanders were the ones that were supposed to have it in 2026, and they already kind of announced it, but now they're like, I don't know. I think what they either will do, or at least what I think they should do, is still have the skills competition, and then rather than playing like at the All-Star game, you just have opportunities for like media, like that kind of stuff with the players. Like you just get fan interaction type of things. You get them like playing games and stuff like that. Just kind of show more of the personality side, and then also the skills would be really fun.
Yeah, I heard on 32 Thoughts they took like one of the questions, they took different people's ideas, and someone that said like life skills, like have them do like a cooking competition and stuff like that.
That would be fun, especially with some of the rookies doing that. Like, yeah, we've got Bedard here, and he's gonna make us caprese salad, and it's like, oh, this should be good.
Yeah. And then Bettman also confirmed the start of next season will be October 7th. And that was like the only detail on that. And then also this is the first decentralized draft, which we've talked about a little bit, but he said that the top prospects will attend that draft in LA.
And he's also not really he's vocalized that he's not a fan of the decentralized. So he's like, if it doesn't go great, like don't blame me, basically, because he wasn't really a huge proponent for that.
Yeah, like this is what the GMs wanted.
Yeah.
And then also he shot down changes to overtime and playoff format. There's discussions about that after the Four Nations 10-minute 3-on-3 overtime, but said that won't be seeing any changes. He also announced that no rule changes were proposed during the week's GM meeting. That was like the big highlights, I guess, from that. And anything else to hear about?
I guess he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't want to have any additional wear and tear for the players if they extend the overtime.
Yeah.
There were a couple other minor things I think they talked about, but we'll get to know more in April. I think April 1st is when they're gonna have another meeting. Oh, that's for the CBA talks. Yeah. So, always interesting to hear from the commissioner and general managers and what's upcoming. We'll see what they do with the All-Star break and fitting in the Olympics, and basically just what they're gonna do with All-Star thing festivities going forward, if it's something that they are going to rework, which I think a lot of fans have been vocal about over the last decade plus, that the All-Star game and just the All-Star weekend generally is not that interesting. I mean, the game especially. They're like, the skills competition is usually pretty popular.
I think basketball has the same issue.
Yeah. I mean, Sandroni, have you ever really tuned into any of the All-Star festivities?
Not in the last 5 years.
Yeah. Like
So no.
the more casual fan is not going to be spending their time to tune in.
I did watch the Four Nations.
See, exactly. And I don't know if that's
people did.
I don't know if that's something that they'll like. I don't think they'll be able to do that again. Like, I think that tournament was kind of just a lightning in the bottle situation.
I think maybe, just not every year.
I bet they keep doing it.
Especially with like more regularly having international play with the World Cup of Hockey coming up in 2028, obviously Italian Olympics in 2026. I think maybe there will be an appetite from fans for international hockey every single year, but I think the players, I think the GMs, the owners don't want that.
It won't be like coinciding with another, but on an off year, I bet they go back to doing something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely demand for it from fans. I think it's just, will owners want to be paying, huge lump sums of money to these star players, and then they get injured while not playing for your team that you're not paying them to do, and then you lose them for potentially, playoff push or something like that. It's a consideration, even though it's like, you want to see these guys playing at the international level, represent their countries, but it does come with some downsides for the teams and for the owners.
Did you also hear that they for the Olympics they plan on announcing the 6 players in June for the Olympic rosters, like of each country, and then the rest of the rosters in December?
I did hear about that. Yeah, so that'll be cool to at least get a little bit of a preview in June while we've got the playoffs wrapping up.
And people were talking about who's Italy gonna have, like Mangiapane, Sonny Milano, and then a bunch of like old retired dudes.
I didn't realize those guys were Italian.
I'm just trusting what people are saying. But then also like Italian Americans that don't get on Team USA or whatever. Probably,
Yeah.
Like, dual citizenship.
The Sandronis. Are there any talented hockey Sandronis?
Maybe some DeFilippo.
Hockey.
Yeah. Probably not. Yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be cool to get.
I wonder
those
if they'll
teams that we didn't
put
get to see.
bocce in the Olympics. This is in Italy. They usually get to add like a sport or two.
Yeah, well, I think we probably, because don't they have to add those things in like 4 years in advance, or probably even more than that?
Something like that, yeah.
But that would be interesting. Sandroni's definitely a big bocce fan.
They had the World Cup
Player.
of bocce last year. It was in Turkey.
Turkey,
Yeah.
really? And you're a local competitor.
Oh yeah, local pro, club pro.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. It's about that.
You see, Bedard got 2 game misconducts in back-to-back games.
Yeah.
What a goon!
See,
Did
yeah.
you watch the videos?
I did.
So like the first one, he thought it should have been a tripping penalty. He was like talking to the ref, and John Boy, who does like lip readings, posted it. And I mean, it seemed like he was just like why wasn't that a call? And then he was like, all right, and then the ref walked away and gave him a 10-minute misconduct. And like I didn't seem like too much, but apparently he was just like the ref said enough, and then he just kept going. So, and then the other one was they were losing 6-2 to Vancouver. There was like 2 minutes left, and just like a normal scrum behind the net, and then they called both of them 10-minute misconducts. I think they
guess-
called like 4 altogether.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's
Yeah.
nothing different from another game that gets out of hand at the end there. Like I think they're definitely targeting him because of his age. Like he's still a teenager. They kind of want to pound that part of him out of him. I'm sure
Like,
those
that second
same.
one seemed like nothing. Like I don't think it literally was nothing. Like anyone could get that 10 minutes misconduct. Like they were trying to like get the game over with and like keep any fights from happening.
Yeah,
But the first one, yeah, maybe just like don't make a habit of this kind of thing.
yeah. I feel like a veteran player wouldn't have gotten called for at least the first one. I guess the second one, sure, but because they were giving misconducts out to everyone just to stop the nonsense in a game that
The
got away
announcer
from
was
him.
like, it's probably the only time in his career that he'll ever get back-to-back misconduct.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys remember that back in his sophomore season when, I mean, he's still like people have been saying he's been struggling this year, but he's really not struggling all that much
I mean, look who he's playing with.
offensively. Yeah, I mean he doesn't have anybody. I know they had a recent optional practice, and Foligno and none of the other alternate captains ended up attending for whatever reason. Maybe they're just like throwing in the towel a little bit. But it's definitely a pretty rough time in Chicago. But you've got Demidov, excuse me. Levshunov has made his NHL debut. He's played like 4 or so games. He's had a couple of points, so he's got a bright future there. So some positives to look forward to, but yeah, at least this year and definitely going into next season, they're not really poised to make a huge jump.
Yeah.
But get another decent draft pick. Please don't win the lottery. That would not go well with a lot of fans after like, oh yeah, they just won it last year. They got a generational talent allegedly, and then, I mean, it might not be the same caliber of player going first overall this year, but I feel like NHL fans have said that for previous draft classes and then been proven wrong, and you're still getting a great player that maybe you trade the pick. I would think probably not, but it's like, yeah, you're always going to be happy to win first overall.
Right.
So hopefully that doesn't happen. We're rooting for
The Sharks.
Buffalo or not. That's not them. No. There's probably a couple other teams that I'd rather have. Boston. Yeah, that would also go over well with the media. Like, you've got to be kidding me. They finally get out of the playoffs since like 2013 or I don't know, probably even earlier than
They
that.
missed in 2016.
2016. And they probably had like a big stretch before that, and then they missed, and then,
Sure.
but yeah, that wouldn't go over well either. I don't know what their odds are right now. I think we last looked and they were like 3% or something.
Yeah.
You were doing the
They
simulator.
kept simming it until they got it.
Like after
Before
about 30
Detroit
tries.
was 11th, and they went all the way up. I think we were 10th.
That one, at least they've gone through a lot of pain, so I think fans would not be as upset.
Bruins are 9th, and Detroit is 10th.
Pittsburgh, I think people also would be pretty ticked off.
I like how on Tankathon the losing streaks are green and the win streaks are red. It's like,
That's
wow,
pretty good.
the Carolina's on a 7-game win streak that's super red.
That's awful.
8-2-0, that's terrible. How are they supposed to tank?
Yeah, you guys are doing it all wrong.
Boston's up to a 5% chance.
5%.
nothing.
Damn. What are they putting Buffalo at right now?
9.5.
I mean, they'll never give it to
18.5.
Buffalo, but
Chicago 13.5.
Oh,
I already know who it's going to.
yeah. Who's it going to?
I don't know, but they know.
They know. They know. Nashville would also like. I feel like some people would not be super happy to see them win it. Um, I don't think that one would be the
I don't know.
worst.
There's like
I
two.
would
There's a
love it.
column that just says odds, and then a column that says number one overall. So I don't know why there's two different percentages.
Odds to win the lottery versus odds to win first overall because
And-
you can win the lottery and not get first overall if
Or
you're
lower.
if you move up only the maximum amount,
Oh
which is
yeah,
I think
yeah,
11 spaces.
right. So like, yeah, Boston's 5% for both. Oh yeah, I guess they're all the same percent. Well, except wait, but San Jose is 18.5 to win, and then first overall is 25.5. So I guess because I guess if you don't win, you can still get first overall because you're already in first. I don't know. But all the other ones are
Yeah.
the same until you get down to the Rangers or Utah at 12, who don't have a chance at first overall, and you were below that. So they can
Dang.
still win.
Oh,
The 14th can still win the lottery, but I think you just move up 10 spots.
Interesting. Yeah, so I guess we'll so Calgary, St. Louis are currently sitting
Oh, I
at
guess it's 25% because
5%.
so maybe win it. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Because I'm gonna say if you get jumped, that's the same as losing the lottery. I don't know, but yeah, 5% for Boston.
You'll take it honestly.
Yeah.
They got the mock draft down here, so they do have currently Schaefer going, and this is just Hackathon. Like, it's not official prospect rankings or anything like that. But they've got Schaefer, the defenseman, going, and then Misa, Porter, Martone. I've heard a lot about James Higgins, who Higgins was at time
now?
number 1. Yeah, I don't know why his stock has dropped a little bit.
I'm not a scout.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, this will be something that we'll have more insight on as we actually get into the off season, and before the draft. Which it's always very jam packed. We'll see. Hopefully the cup gets awarded a little bit earlier this time, so we have a little bit more breathing room. I know the GMs would be very happy to have that. I need a little bit more time to make these franchise-altering decisions rather than 3 days after the cup just got awarded. It's like, oh shit! Now we've got combines already, and then draft interviews. Yeah, training camps are suddenly right around the corner. It's like it's a whirlwind. It's a long regular season, 6 months, and it sounds like 84 games. For the regular season will be happening in the near future, especially if they expand. I think it would lean towards that, which would probably be the maximum. But yeah, it's long. It's never gonna change. Yeah, so you just gotta learn to deal with it.
Yep. And Gifford did not submit his answers. So
Wah,
there's
wah.
a chance we can tie.
Oh, hopefully not. I don't know. I mean, I'm really rooting for myself, I guess, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna
We also have
not gonna happen.
Bruins Golden Knights game tomorrow night.
Yes, I did see that.
You are heavy favorites.
Lot bigger implications for Vegas, of course. Well,
Yeah.
I guess technically not, but
I'll make
I
sure I
mean,
wear my
really.
lucky jersey.
You don't have to, you know. Yeah.
How much you want to pay me?
Yeah, if there's any money involved, there's no way I'm gonna come out on top, I think. That's
Actually, I
how it
wore my
goes.
lucky jersey for Boston Toronto, and they were winning, and then they gave up the lead and lost. So I don't know how lucky it is anymore.
And you had
There's
your
a cost of a ticket to the game involved.
Yeah. Yeah, if we both fly out to Vegas, we can guarantee a Vegas loss.
There you
great. Yeah, that seems worth it. No, I don't think flying out to Vegas is in the cards for a little bit here.
Yeah.
After buying food pretty much every day for every meal, well, except for the hotel breakfast in Toronto, I guess I didn't pay for that directly.
The beer was on sale this weekend.
Yeah, there you go. The St. Patrick's Day beers. It was pretty fun. I don't know. You guys get anything else you really want to cover?
Not really.
Yeah.
Another pretty long episode.
Yeah, I think we got most of it. I mean, a lot of it will be the trip, but that was a huge part of our last week here, and we had a lot of fun doing that. So thanks to everybody who got a sticker or saw us or whatever. I mean, we didn't have any fan interactions this time, which was too bad. But
Well.
you can't really expect that to happen. I hadn't expected that a single time, and it's unbelievable that it's happened at all. So just grateful to be able to do that. Meet up with all these guys, and hopefully we'll get a bigger group the next time we do one. We'll have to get a couple more guest hosts. Got to get Zane. Got to get Sam. A couple other folks. Your dad.
Get a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a
BLH
suite.
box.
The BLHP suite.
There we go.
That could happen. It'll be a lot more difficult for me to cross off another new arena too now, because with those two crossed off, the next closest for me is Raleigh, which is like 11 hours away, 12 hours away.
Trip. Yeah, a little trip. Your turn to come to me and Owen.
I know. I'm thinking about that. Like, Alberta or Seattle, Washington, Seattle, Vancouver, rather.
In Calgary.
Yeah. Also, a possibility. Like, because I know you said you wanted to do, you want to see Boston next time, since you were the only one who didn't get to see their team. So
Yeah,
maybe if Boston does one of those road trips.
In hindsight, it's like, after what they sold out so much, it's like, I guess it probably wouldn't have been the best game anyway.
Yeah, you would have been a little
game was
disappointed.
good.
But who knew when we were planning it?
Yeah, also true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Sabres game was
Sandroni
good.
had a fun time.
Yeah,
Probably would have beat Vegas or whoever they were playing.
I'm sure they would.
probably.
Yeah, well, we'll have to think about that. We got time before we get the schedule released too, so that's usually when the planning really starts. It's like, all right, we've got the schedule now. We can decide what trips look the best, and then spend all the money to make it happen.
I like spending all the money in August, and I forget that I spent all the money, and I'm like, oh, a trip.
Yeah,
It's an investment.
it was nice to have that buffer between buying all the food and gear or whatever else we got during the actual trip, and then all the tickets and the lodging and the rental car. Well, actually, I guess the rental car we didn't pay for
Still
until
pending.
during the trip. Yeah, still pending. We'll see how much they charge for all the tolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid for the tolls, so they better not charge me.
Oh. Charge you double. Yeah.
Maybe the tunnel. Oh no, we paid for the tunnel too. Yeah.
We'll wrap up there.
No.
All right.
Yeah. We'll get that squared away at some point here. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope you guys had fun on the trip, and if we had any new subscribers, we appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully we can spread some more of the stickers. I still got 25 or 30 of them that we didn't give away.
They're obsolete now with your new blue sky.
Yeah, we'll have to make a redesign. I guess we'll have to do a new overlay too. We'll probably save that for next season at this point. Who knows? Gifford's a busy man, but we'll let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
And he also saw most of the trip. So
Right. I know about that. I remember when he was there.
I don't remember doing that.
Wait a minute. I don't remember going to the Hockey Hall of Fame.